that you were talking about a few minutes ago. Now, in September of this year, you said, speaking about workers' rights, that, and I quote, "In Wales, we have always said, since the referendum, that all the rights we've won through our membership of the European Union must be protected. If the Tories cannot deliver a Brexit which guarantees that will happen, then the people must decide." End quote. Now, you clarified a few minutes ago, responding to Stephen Lewis's questions, that under certain circumstances you would support another referendum. But if there is another referendum, then that raises the prospect of full membership of the single market and in turn puts free movement of labour back on the table. But free movement of labour is something that doesn't appear to have been supported by Jeremy Corbyn, according to statements that he's made within the last 2 years, when he said that there should be no more wholesale importation of low-skilled workers from Central Europe because this would help to destroy working conditions in the UK. Therefore, thinking about those comments, would the Cabinet Secretary accept that if the Welsh Government is to support another referendum on EU membership for the supposed reason of protecting workers' rights, then it would in fact be threatening workers' rights and, moreover, undermining one of the main reasons why working-class people in Wales voted to leave?
Well, the approach to migration that is advocated by the Welsh Government was set out in detail in our document, Fair Movement of People. It's an elaboration of the section in the joint paper that we published with Plaid Cymru on that matter. Welsh businesses, Welsh public services and Welsh universities depend upon their ability to go on recruiting people from other parts of the world who we are lucky enough to have attracted to come and make their future part of our future here in Wales. And when I discuss this matter with the CBI and other business organisations, the point that they make to me all the time is that it is the jobs of people who are already here and living in Wales that depend upon their ability to attract people from elsewhere to come to be part of that workforce. If you are running a hotel in sparsely populated mid-Wales and you are employing 80 people who live locally already, but your hotel needs 20 other people in order to be able to run successfully, if you can't attract the 20 people from elsewhere, it's the jobs of the 80 people who are put at risk, not the jobs of the 20 people. And that's why fair movement of people is not simply good for the people who might come from elsewhere to make their futures here, but it's good for us all. That's the sensible approach to migration, and that's the approach that is advocated in our document on fair movement.
Which was always covered by visas.
Yes, you seem to have moved, Labour seems to have moved into a position whereby it's coming up with the philosophical justification for cheap labour. Now, if there is a shortage of workers, workers can be attracted by increasing wages. This is a simple relationship. As you know, it's an economic relationship. You seem to be saying that you prefer the interests of big business, you cited the CBI, over the interests of working people in Wales. Would you not agree that that's the position you've just elucidated?
Well, it's completely nonsensical, with what the member says. Consultants working in our National Health Service from elsewhere, they're not low-paid workers in the way that the member suggested. Researchers working in our universities on projects that put Wales in a world-leading position as far as research is concerned, those are not low-paid workers. Nor is the small firm in Cardiff that spoke to me recently about its inability to recruit IT workers that are essential to that small business and where they rely on people coming from elsewhere in the world to assist the other people who work here already. Those are not low-paid jobs either. It's a parody of the real position that the member offers us, and no wonder that he has so little traction here in this chamber or beyond.
The example you just raised yourself 2 minutes ago was of hotel workers. It wasn't of high-paid consultants and high-skilled consultants. It was hotel workers. Would you consider, if you do become the next leader in this place, renaming your party Cheap Labour?
It's not worth a serious answer, Llywydd.
Question 3.